Hi everybody, good morning. It's Monday, it's September, I was going to say June, I wish. September 11th, 9/11. I watched a documentary last night on that. It's hard to believe that was 22 years ago, isn't it? Anyway, that kind of affected the world, didn't it, in many ways. So I've just finished putting my Athens on, and I wanted to just share with some of you newer people that when you're putting it on, don't just go really light. Put it in, push it in, stipple it in, don't wipe it, just stipple it in. I go over my eyes, I go over my eyebrows, I just cover it all, okay? And I use Athens and I use gold illuminator. I tap into each one at a time, each time. Sorry, let me show you. I go here and I go here, and I get enough on my brush that I don't have to do it every second, and I get enough on my face, right? Just push it in. No swiping. Okay? So I love this makeup so much. When you're done, pull it down on your chin so it blends. And Athens seems to work really well for me. Then I take my brightening highlighter, and I happen to use Versailles, my choice. I switch around, but Versailles, and I will push some whitements. In fact, I will kind of push some of the bright highlighter on my eyes because they're always darker. And just push it in those corners and lighten up those corners, and just tap it over the dark part of your lid. So you look like a ghost, right? And then that's your palette to put your eyeshadow on, okay? Then if you want, you can just tap it with your fingers, kind of blends it in a little bit more. Okay, so there's my palette ready for my lip and cheek, and my eyeshadow and my eyes, okay? So I'm going to, and I never use Plum, because I got this kind of darkish color on today. I thought Plum might look nice with this, and I'm going to put Plum, and I'm going to take Audrey, which is a really light color, gloss, on top. So I'm going to put Plum. I'll show you what Plum is if you haven't seen it. And it's for those that like, you know, kind of a plum color. This is what it looks like. Okay? It's kind of a neutral color. I need to get a paper towel here. And Audrey, of course, is a very, very, you can't even see it hardly. Can you see it right there? Where is it? Right there. Okay? It's a very light gloss. So I'm going to put Plum on my cheeks. Whoops, that's a lot. Take some off, put it off on my paper towel. And if it's too much, grab your sponge, wherever mine is, which needs to be cleaned. I'll take this end of it and pull some off because that was too much. Because I haven't used it before, I didn't realize how dark it is. Okay? Okay. And so I'll get a little bit less this time for the other side. Obviously it's darker, it doesn't take much. I'm not used to that. Put your cheek just above your ear down in this area, right? Now, you know me, I'm inclined to pull it over just slightly, just a light blend. You know, if you're first time using Saint makeup, it takes a little bit of practice. Like if you haven't used makeup for a long time, then you're going to practice and you're going to watch videos and you're going to get better at it. I wasn't perfect in the beginning. I've had more criticisms on my first video of different things I did. The main one being you didn't wear mascara, which I don't always. And then I'm going to take my Audrey, and it's going to be my little illuminator up here, and it's going to just brighten up that top area. You see? I'm just going to put it there. Just like that. Isn't that nice? Let's have some Plum on my lips. I've had this Plum for a long time. And really haven't used it. I might be missing something, right? And I'll put my Audrey, or it could be Petal. It's a bit of a more neutral look. You like it? Or I could take my Petal and put it on like that. Okay? Okay, that's that part. Okay, I'll do my eyeshadow. And for my eyeshadow, I need my brush, my eyeshadow brush, and I need my line brush. My eyeshadow brush and my spoolie line brush. Okay, so I want to show you something first. Many of you don't realize, like I had somebody ask me yesterday, how long does the palette last? Well, the palette is a mixture of colors. This is the palette. This is a palette, and it has magnets. It's magnetic base. So these little tins will just pop in there and they'll stick because they're magnetic. They won't fall out. So in here I've got my brightening highlighter, typically my main highlighter, like your foundation as you might know it. Your bronzer, if you want a bronzer, and my lip and cheek. That's not to say that you couldn't have a main highlighter and 3 lip and cheek, or your lightening and your main and 2 lip and cheek of your choice. I mean, it doesn't have to be this uniform. But the brightening highlighter, as you can see, makes a difference. And of course, you want your main foundation. But if you don't use bronzer, sure, you can have 2 lip and cheek. You can also have an illuminator in a lip and cheek, whatever you choose. Okay? It's got a little mirror at the top. They come in all kinds of colors. They come in green and yellow and orange and pink and blue, and they clean off really nice. And then you get your brush, and that's your kit. That's your basic beginning of what you need to do your Saint makeup. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do eyeshadow today. It's kind of dark in here. We don't have any sunshine. It's weird because we've had so much sunshine. So I'm going to go with London this morning. And I'm just going to put London in. I'm going to push it in the corner so I have more here than the rest of my eye. And I'm going to pull it way up here because my hooded eyelids will hide it if I don't. Okay? And just like that, pull it way up, just swipe it like your windshield. Right? And then do the same over here. And the makeup lasts. Like, honestly, I've had some of my makeup that, you know, like my bronzer, I don't use bronzer all the time. So, I mean, I've already had it a year. And most of my makeup, if I use it every day, will last 4 to 5 months. Truth. Like, I've got an eyeshadow in here that many of these eyeshadows I've had, and they're almost full. Pop I use a lot because and I've had it a year, and it's just now got a little bit around the edge. It's still there. I can still use it. And I'm going to take, I think I'll take a little bit of emerald green. Now this is where I'm going to need my magnifying glass, aren't I? This is my magnifying glass. You can get a lit one. My mirror right now has 12 lights around it. It's a rectangular mirror with 12 lights around it. Love it. It's so handy. Okay? So I'm going to take a little bit of emerald green because I'm wearing green. Oops, that's a lot. And just push it over and do like a 7. Just pull it up in this half of your eye. Okay? If it's too much, give it a swipe. And just pull it over half your eye like that and just focus on that area. Okay, just like that. See? And this one here is same. Don't have the same light over here. And just do the same thing. Just swirl it up as a 7. And just on this part of your eye. And you want to get, just put a dab in the corner, because that little corner kind of gets left out. So just put a touch in there like that. And it fills that, right? Then you can take your brush and just swirl and swirl and blend it all together. See how it lifts your eyes? It's amazing, isn't it? How it lifts your eyes? Pretty amazing stuff. Now, if I wanted to put a some shimmer, maybe a little bit, I'm going to use Stardust. You can see what Stardust looks like. And I'm just going to put a little Stardust right in the front half of my eye like that. Do you see that? Just right there. I'm going to go have coffee with the girls that comes to me this morning and say, here comes Barbie. She's all dressed up, but that's what I do, right? I have an excuse. Showing makeup. Okay, just like that, guys. Do you see that? Pretty, right? You don't need a whole lot. For me, eyeshadow, less is more. I don't like a ton of it. And then I take my little smudge brush, this guy here, this one here, see that? And I take a little touch of unicorn and I just tap it in the corner, just to brighten that corner up. Oh, what's on that brush? Lord. There was something on that brush. I think it hit the green. Now I've got green in the corner. Great. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe I can just whiten it up with, this brush. I need to clean it, I think. So I'll just put some unicorn in the corner and that'll fix that, right? See that? And that just really pops your eyes. Except this one looks a little bluer because of that green. That's all right, we'll deal with it. Okay, do you see that? You can always blend with your fingers, it helps. Then when you're done your makeup, I also have this brush. Sorry guys, I have a lot of brushes. This one, see, it's kind of flat, has a little pointer in the end. Then I take my brightening highlighter, my Versailles, and I just swipe it up here. Just make a line like that. And it cleans that overflow of eyeshadow. And I want a more defined line. See that? Just pull it up like that. And it just lifts your eyes. See that? Having that white there just lifts your eyes, doesn't it? So if you got kind of droopy, tired eyes, that's what you do, right? Okay, guys. I'm going to line them, and I'm going to line them with, I think I'll use the green again, emerald green, to line them. And it would just, I don't go heavy, I just go try right around the eye. This is kind of cakey in here, I need to press it out a bit. Just go right around, close to your eyelashes with your line brush. This guy is very fine, so he's easy to use. Some of them are a little thicker, so this one is a really good brush. Okay. I need a light on this side, because surround light, you know? All right, that'll be good for now. Okay, and then I'm going to do my mascara with Mad Love today, just because it's quicker and I want a lighter. eyebrow today. So Mad Love is this little spongy thing I showed you. It's got a stencil with it, and they're kind of handy. Can you see it, Mad Love? And they push in, and you can have a stencil, and you put the stencil on it, and it recreates an eyebrow. But I just kind of use it also to, see, I tap my line brush in it, and now, normally my makeup, if I wasn't talking to you and demonstrating, this would take me 10 minutes to get everything done and out the door. And I think that's pretty good to do your makeup properly, unless you're putting, if you're just putting lip and cheek on and you want to run, that takes no time. But if you want to have a great look, yeah, it's going to take a couple of minutes, maybe 10. And you get better at it. So there's one eyebrow. Let's see if I can do this one as well. Just draw the line over top. Just let it go. It's like painting a picture. Okay, how are we looking? Pretty good, aren't we? Now, when I'm done this, if I want a little more, this brow is a little bushier than the other one because of tattooing. But if I want a little more control in the hair part, then I will go to my contour and add some contour. You'll see. I'll show you in a sec here. Always have a paper towel handy. And take your contour and just kind of use it, because it's a cream, like a brow wax, right? And just use it to go over. Maybe you want to add a little more darkness, which I am. And just go over those hairs, and it will help control them. And of course, if you use it by itself, it does, right? And your eyebrows do not have to both be absolutely perfect. They weren't born twins, as they say. Okay? So that's pretty much it. A little more lip and cheek. Maybe I'll use taffy on top. Something a bit brighter. Need a little more color. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to do mascara right now. I'll do it after, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day and have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon. So remember, this is your base and your brush. That's all you need to get going. And if you don't have a brush cleaner, you can always wash it with a natural soap and water in the sink. You just don't want to soak your brush. You just want to wash this part of it. You don't want to immerse it, right? Anyway, there you go. You guys have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching.